What's good, y'all? Coming on here talking about the hero's journey, your hero's journey, our hero's journey, because we all have a hero's journey. And what I mean by that is, yes, we come across challenges, we will fall, but it matters how we get up. It matters the consistent reminder that we need to give ourselves that we are doing this for a reason, that we have a purpose, and that this will only translate to more positivity, to more love, to more gratitude, and to a more fulfilled life. Because with the hero's journey, there is no just getting there and having it, or there's no just quick, and you know what I'm saying, some people's manifestations do happen like that, but most of the time, 99.9% of the time, I bet money they went through some stuff. And a lot of successful people, if you look at them, they have been through some stuff. And when we have these hero's journey, because we all have a different hero's journey, we all have different obstacles, we all have different events that are going to take place in our lives, we need to realize, we need to realize that, yes, this has already happened, and yes, be in love with the process, because it's so easy to get caught up in not loving, or not having that thing yet, or not having maybe the outside world reflecting what you think it should be at that present moment. And it's a journey, y'all. That's why it's a hero's journey. And we fall, but we fall forward, and we get back up. As I think I said that in my last video, our obstacles are there to expand us. Our obstacles are there to elevate us. And being in love with the process, kind of like how Kobe Bryant used to say, you know how he would work. If y'all know Kobe Bryant, I'm sure y'all do. He'd work all the time, and it was like he loved doing it. It looked like he was crazy. It looked like he was delusional, how much he loved practicing, how much he loved perfecting it. And that's kind of how we got to be with just life in general, especially with the things that we are passionate about and how we're going to serve others, which will only serve you in return. That is a law of the universe. But and let me know if y'all want me to get more into the laws of the universe. And I kind of want to express my hero's journey. I'm always going to keep it real with y'all. I don't care to share anything about my life. I am authentic. I am fully vulnerable to y'all. Of course, I might have some future relationships or something I might not share with y'all, but that's in the future. And yeah, getting back to the hero's journey, what I went through so much, especially at a young age. And I guess you could call me an old soul, but I've had many past lives. And but in this life in general, I went through many obstacles. I went to juvie when I was 16 years old. I went through a 4-year relationship where I was cheating, she was cheating. It was toxic. And, you know what I'm saying, I experienced betrayal. And I didn't have a mother growing up, so, well, my grandma, she was always there for me, my mother type, but I'm so grateful for her. And I'm still grateful, and I love my mother. But I didn't really have a mother growing up, so I put that love onto, you know what I'm saying, the girl that I was with at that time. And she was my baby mother. But, yeah. I put my love onto it, and I had to go through that pain. I went through so much pain where I couldn't love myself, where I couldn't really even believe in myself. I had to have someone else love me. I had to have someone else make me feel good. And that's where loving yourself is so important in this journey. And in a part of loving yourself is in a part of loving the process. Loving getting up and, okay, I'm going to do this for my passion. I'm going to do this and that. And being in love with that. Even if you may not get as many views on a video, or you may not get as many clients, or whatever your passion may be, the results should not determine how you feel about the outcome. Because how you feel in the state that you stay in will only determine the outcomes to come. And like I say, y'all, everybody has a different timing. Everybody has different divine timing. That's why I don't try to force this on y'all. You know what I'm saying? Look this up. Or if you don't believe in spirituality, or life is what I call it, that is okay. That is fine. Because all we can do is guide each other. Because the only one And the only change that can be made is by you. And it is by the hero's journey. Because it truly is a hero's journey. And it'll make you emotional just thinking about it. But that is good. That is passion. That is fulfillment. Because that is what makes us succeeding. That is what makes us coming together. That is what makes us doing this every day. Constantly reminding ourselves that we are the ones with power. That we are the ones that can make change. No one else can. No Jesus out there. No God out there. No one. Only you. And once you're able to realize that, and once you know that, then begins the hero's journey. And after that, y'all start exploring your loves, you start exploring your passions, and you start finding out what your unique own self is wanting to express, because you're going to want to express it. And once you learn more about it, it is good to express it, because that is the other way to serve others. And then in return, others will serve you. But don't do it for that main purpose. Do it because you truly want, with good intent, because it is the intent behind the decisions we make is what truly matters. So with good intent, with not trying to focus so much on the outcome and how it may be or how it may turn out, you are good either way. With good intent, you will only be more in that positive state, and you will only give out more love and more gratitude to others, and it will affect the relationships around you. Because society has put us in a position where we need to try. Sometimes, especially being in that flow state, we need to flow. We just need to relax. We need to think, especially for ourselves, not for others. And this is all a part of the hero's journey. So once y'all do everything, once y'all start practicing everything, and it is a journey. So if you're not, it is okay. You got to be in love with the mistakes. You got to be in love with the bad just as much as the good, because we all do. There's not nobody on this earth that is perfect, and y'all know this. So once you get up every day and remind yourself and be mindful of your practices, of what is going to precede you to get to your manifestations, and what is your highest values. When you're mindful of doing them and the practices, amplifying them, because everything is energy, and what you pay attention to, you give energy to. Your attention is your energy. And once you do the work and do the practices and do the healing, you will only proceed to feel more fulfilled, and your life will get better all around you, especially your outer world. And that is the hero's journey. I love y'all. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. I'm gonna definitely get more into my hero's journey. Honestly, it's a continuously journey too, until your last breath, y'all. Really, it's always, you keep learning. What's that one quote? The more I learn, the less I know. And it really, I forgot who said that, but it really is true. But that is not a bad thing in a sense, because you got to be okay with not knowing, just like the unknown. Being okay with the unknown, because it ain't going to feel familiar, because our bodies are so used to it. Your brain is going to try to put you in that familiar spot, or what feels comfortable to you. And sometimes that comfortableness is not what's right at the right time. You got to be uncomfortable. You got to rewire your brain. You got to reprogram yourself, because that is what we grew up with, the program. Most of us grew up being programmed, and that is what makes it the hero journey. Because if we didn't have to go back, if we didn't have to remember ourselves, if we didn't have to truly get to know ourselves, then it wouldn't be such a process. We'd just be here and be okay. We'd be good. We know everything. It wouldn't make it worth it. It wouldn't make it so valuable. And that's what I'm saying now. We are the power. We are the change. And every one of us got that power in of us. Every one of us are meant to evolve, create, and access the realities that we truly desire. Not just for us, but for the people around us. Because unconditional love is one of the highest frequencies. And once you're able to tap into that, just the results that come, y'all, are unbelievable. And I don't know. I got so much more to talk about, y'all. I'm gonna keep this vid not too long. Let me know though. Comment down below anything else y'all want me to talk about life or spirituality in general, especially shadow work. I'm gonna start getting into that more. I'm learning more about that as of right now. And yeah, y'all, I appreciate all y'all for the support. We got big things to come in the future. Big things. But yeah, make sure y'all just don't forget this and constantly remind yourself, and it's okay if you forget. What makes it even better is if you're aware of you forgetting or you getting into them states where you wouldn't prefer to be, and bringing yourself back into that state and letting yourself let go of that state. That if you feel angry, you feel sadness or upset, don't just press it down. Feel that and let it go, and then get back into the state that you desire to be, that you desire for your reality to create. And you will be fulfilled, and you will be the best version of yourself. Later.